I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash making a portrait. Gun kick back, not Grammys from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You from the game and shoot, what said that you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And we right back at it again. This show was incredible. It was immaculate. It happened. What I told you yesterday. How that E-Day feel. How that E-Day feel. How that E-Day feel. Now, I know we didn't get that Grand Theft Auto 6 on stage like I wanted. The manifesting was in the building. Trying my best, boy. I was trying my best. But I told you, I'm no leaker, so I didn't know that information. So it is what it is. It's what I wanted. Y'all asked me what I wanted? I wanted to put the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. And if these other dudes won't step up to the plate, don't worry. I got broad enough shoulders to take on all the weight. Pause. Well, how y'all like that show? How you like that show? King was on his parasocial today. Crazy parasocial. I got so many pictures, so much conversation to have. Talking about what's going on. So now a lot of y'all guys is like, yo, King, why are you in this dimly lit or this brightly lit dungeon? Well, I'm in LA. I'm in the hotel room. And I want to give a shout out to Atreus, Lamont Davis, George Parcells, who's that? Stop the Madness, B Leaf, Layden Master, RK Cade, Biggie Smalls, DS Wilson, One Pump Man, you in the building, baby. What's that? Rapomania, British, I'll tear your name up, sorry. I'm Vaz. And I think that's about it. I got you. Solve is in the building. Yeah. He got to come. He got to show his face. You got to see, because you may think I'm lying that Solve is outside with us, but Solve is here. You see Solve in the background. You see Solve? Solve is right there. You see him? Yeah. I got that filter to blur out the backgrounds so you're not triangling my area. You know how y'all guys do. Y'all be the real parasocials. But yo, first let me tell you something. The show was a 9 out of 10. Let me give you why it's a 9 out of 10. If you weren't there, then you don't know, because there's other stuff that goes on with it. So first, I gotta hit my power bracelet. Dun, 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 dun. The 25th anniversary of Xbox is brought to you by Iron Lords Podcast. Also brought to you by Xbox Frontline News. Also brought to you by Fight Night Fridays, because with this punch, I'm going to knock you out. Now, but it's a whole bunch of stuff that we got. So let me tell you what was inside the swag bag, right? You got yourself a Dickies jacket. Now, if anybody knows LA, you know what Dickies is. It's a black Dickies jacket that you can wear, right? See the Dickie logo? And you see the silhouette of the Xbox right here, right there. You get the chance to see that. You can see the stitching on the inside, so it's there. It's embroidered in there. It's an Xbox black Dickies jacket that is fire. Now, to go with that, to continue your swag, you have the FanFest shirt that I'm rocking right now. Now, you know, Iron Lords, what we do is we rock Iron Lords shirts wherever we go. So you know exactly who we are. In the crowd, you can see Lord King David. You can see Lord Sovereign, Lord Attic, Lord Cognito, Lord Chris, Lord Requinio, and the such. Shirts, hoodies, Oh, alien is here. Alien. And it brings the lovey Olivia. I love when it show up. Helps
At
me
George
out.
Purcell 5,331 donated £1.99 through Super Chat. We back. E-Day beats the SOP alone. We won
Facts.
hashtag no PS6.
Facts. We're going to talk about that. Now, this is the hoodie. You get the hoodie with the 25th anniversary joint on it. You got some embroidered thing. I don't know what this is. 25th anniversary embroidered joint that you get with that. And you get the bag, the swag bag with the 25th anniversary. They also had engraved water bottles that me and Sovereign did not stick around to get the engraved water bottle. Yeah, right. You got the plain water bottle? Oh, let me show them. Let me show them. I didn't even get the water bottle. I left the water bottle there. I left the water bottle. But because we got so much swag. Shout out to Jeff Keeley. Jeff Keeley was there, and here's the water bottle. Right, so this water bottle is crazy. This is the X. Oh shit! I didn't know it was this. I would have went and got this. All right, so you got the Xbox water bottle. This is fantastic. It's dope. Here you go, Sav. That's Sav's Xbox water bottle. If he would have showed me this, I'd have got my behind on that line and got it. I think I got to tell us Lot if he over there, yo, grab me up a water bottle. I'm gonna hit him up right now. Yeah. So, but that's not all. Everybody that was there for FanFest went home with that new 25th anniversary Xbox Series X. You heard me right. An Xbox Series X. I'm going to say that again. The brand new Xbox Series X, everybody that was in attendance for FanFest got it for free. Now, y'all watched the show. The only time you saw Matt Booty and you saw Asha, the Empress, Matt, the shooter Booty, pause. You realize they were talking about exclusives. I told y'all yesterday that E-Day would be exclusive, a console exclusive to Xbox. The contracts that are involved with Fable, Halo, and a couple other titles were already committed to. Those titles could not be taken away. E-Day was not one of those titles. They wiggled their way out of that. And I honestly believe that they're going to wiggle their way out of a lot more. Because speaking with top Xbox execs, shout out to Todd Howard, God Howard, who was there. What is that? Michael Duncan, right? What is it? Yeah, the Sea of Thieves guy. Yeah, Mr. Duncan. Shout out to him that he was there. Oh man, Major Nelson was there. That was a huge one. Shout out to all the individuals that were there and the people that I did get a chance to talk to about the direction of where Xbox is and where they're heading. The feeling in the building is we're starting with these two titles, and from there, it will grow. It will fundamentally change the way business is operated. The console is the focal point of business. The games, which you saw on the screen, and the majority of them was brought to you by Xbox Studios. And you didn't see Microsoft Studios, so Xbox Studios. That's the direction. Where a couple of titles were from third party that was there. what I noticed was all those titles is inside Game Pass. Grand Theft Auto 6 wouldn't be inside Game Pass. So it wouldn't be on that stage. So I still got hope for it being them having the marketing deal. But I know for a fact that that thing will never go inside Game Pass, especially on day one. Strauss, you got to give Strauss the sun, moon, and the stars, and he'll still tell you no. But I got to give a shout out to Persona 6 being there and my man Solve Knees wiggling and shaking. But you know what he doing? In that situation, he said, what will King do? Hold on. It ain't over till it's over, baby. I saw it at Game Pass. I say, shit. Yo, I did not expect that. Their relationship with Sega is deeper than we know. Seeing Crazy Taxi, seeing that Plague Tales game, so y'all understand what I'm talking about when I say that the Lofty, how you do a title, it gave you the title of what it was, but it was a Plague Tales like sideshow. They set it under the bottom. That's how you do that. You really have to start looking at your titles and respecting them. Starting the show off with E-Day, ending the show off with E-Day. That's what I thought PlayStation would do with Wolverine. Start off with Wolverine, end with a deep dive in Wolverine, showing us how you came to have the graphics, how you had it, how E-Day did, the dismemberment, the backstory, giving you a true deep dive on a game that you're anticipating. Gears of War E-Day looked like a masterclass in storytelling, gore, and fundamentals of gaming, where you understood, and I want to give a shout out to Everborn Saga with the $2 super chat. Me and Solve got to talk about the Persona 6 reveal. Well, my brother, you could have talked to Solve in person had you been here, Everborn Saga. And what I would say, Mr. Everborn Saga, my brother, K. Asante says hello. Gotta give a shout out to the Gaming Circle podcast. And you know, my boy, Everborn Saga, my guy, my man, Everborn Saga, because he's a grown ass man, he ain't no boy. Definitely needs to be at these events because I champion my brother and I know his hard work and his effort and I know what he's doing in the background. But again, you know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna put the glasses up and say, yeah, I understand. But, you know, everybody makes sacrifices. Everybody here made a sacrifice. Jez made a sacrifice, and I respect his sacrifice for being here, working as hard as he does. And I condemn any one of you guys that said anything nasty to him. All right? That's my guy. That's my dude. And I will continue to stand up for Jez all the time. But seeing everybody that was here, seeing the old and the new, seeing the Xbox execs, and I got to stop using the word Microsoft, seeing the Xbox execs feeling pride, seeing that their titles is getting the love, man, it was something to behold. I want to give a shout out to I am Vazil with the $2 super chat. Asher is putting das boot on Kong's neck. Hashtag no PlayStation 6 facts. I love the messaging. I love the branding, the signage. When you got there, let me give you the FanFest experience. I don't know if Attic walked you through the doors and he walked you in. When you come in, you know, I have a nice little archway. They check you, making sure you ain't coming in, you know, it's the PlayStation blickies, making sure that you all right, because, you know, we don't want to be infiltrated, pause, by the PlayStation Nation. And you come in and you know, take a picture on the side wall, and they take pictures with their cameras and they post it later on that you're able to go get your pictures, and it's beautiful. Perfectly curated situation that allows you to take your memories with you, right? If you want to be in the moment, you get your sweater, you go inside, you can throw on your sweater while you in there and wear your Xbox sweater inside the movie theater. And they give you popcorn and they give you a water just in case you choking, you know. When you sit down in this red velvety movie theater, and they come out and they doing people, people's dancing around talking, and then they start the show. And as we are watching the show, we got a chance to see what Fable looks like after we saw the alpha. We're starting to see later builds of Fable, which Fable looks like probably one of the most incredible games that I seriously can't wait for. And then you have other titles that were equally as impressive visually, sound wise, with Senua. Now, I do want them to explore better combat options when it comes to Senua. I want to see what more they can do. Get a different dynamic combat system other than the one that has been in Hellblade 1 and Hellblade 2. I really don't think that those combat systems actually are appropriate any longer. Those are archaic combat systems, and they need to transform how that game is perceived, right? No longer a single A title masquerading as a double or a triple A title. It needs to be and stand on its own in its glory. Now you had what is it, Bad Magpie, which is not for me, but look kind of good and funny. So if you like that evil duck game, that the duck be doing wild stuff, this is gonna make sense to you. There were so many titles that I go back and I gotta watch. That Metro title, that title looks fantastic. Let's go, Legendary. Let's go. Legendary Intel, that's my guy. Blessings.
At Legendary Intel donated $9.99 through Super Chat. You a legend. Hashtag NOP6.
Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. We're going to run it up on these bums. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Listen, I appreciate you. You already know that. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. You guys that show up, show out, and just definitely allow me to continue to move on. Blessings. Bring Olivia back. I like when Olivia talk.
At Project Aries donated $5 through Super Chat. Tell Jeff stop streaming these huge events on McDonald's Wi-Fi. People at home had a bad experience this year.
Oh, for real? See, I wouldn't know. We were there, and see that's the problem. Like, you guys would say, oh, the Jeff experience was trash. Xbox teamed up with Amazon, and you got a chance to watch the Amazon on Amazon Prime. You got a chance to watch the Xbox showcase through Amazon Prime. You had the best streaming technology known to the internet besides Netflix, streaming this and allowing you to see this in all its glory. Where I don't know where Jeff partnered with, right? He was in a smaller venue than he normally is, and maybe that had a lot to do with it, right? The growing pains and that, but he did have trailers that I thought was fantastic. Again, if we're gonna go by titles, by shows, I'm gonna give Jeff's show the slight edge because he started off with Veronica, and he had a lot of titles that I actually love and want. And I'm definitely going with Xbox right after that, and then PlayStation is completely last because when you look at this show, is lacking. It's lacking direction, it's lacking impact, and it's lacking star power. And I know you're gonna say Wolverine is star power, but you're gonna put a God of War title in there. It's like Plague Tale title. So you got to really start thinking about where they're going with it. And I like the token items, but Xbox showed me that they have way more titles and way more partnerships. We get Persona 4 and getting Persona 6 inside Game Pass. That's a huge get. And then showing Crazy Taxi A lot of you guys didn't realize Crazy Taxi is inside Xbox and Play Anywhere. So we're seeing Xbox under the new guidance of Matt Booty, Asha Sharma, and Aaron Greenberg able to do what Aaron Greenberg needs to do. We're bringing back people like Major Nelson and using Craig Duncan, yeah, with Sea of Thieves and focusing on Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Game Pass, Xbox exclusives, Xbox hardware. You had a show that honestly, the competitors is going to be hard to beat. It's going to be hard to stop. And I feel that going forward, they're going to realize that Xbox, this thing is driving me nuts. Hold on a second. This thing is blinking my eyeballs out. Pause. Oh, who's that? Jamal 647 with the $2 super chat. Good meeting you this weekend, OG. Solid in real life, 100%. Blessings. I give respect. I expect respect to be given back. And that's how we roll. All us Iron Lords is out here. Solve is out here. Yo, it's so crazy for people to see Solve. They lose their shit. Like they're like, oh, snap, Solve is outside. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second. Because, Obama Cog is out there doing Obama Cog things. And, Addict is doing Addict things. And, me, I'm just, doing me things. But then they see Solve. And they don't realize that we all the same person, just split up into 4 individuals, which is really fun. And I swear to God, it brings my heart joy having time to hang out with Solve. Really, it do. I know how hard he works. I know the pressures of life get to you and take you away from your loved ones. So anytime I'm able to, podcast with my brother, hang out with my brother, dine with my brother, share a room with my brother, live with my brother, it brings my heart complete joy. And I'm seeing games. So let me tell you one of the things, right? So at first, it was only the FanFest people got the console. And it could still be for certain people. For different people, things are different. Anyway, but Solve was down there. And when she said it, oh, Project Aries. It's calling the alien. That's what's up. I salute you, soldier.
At Project Aries donated $5 through Super Chat. I seen Asha taking photos with different dudes, but she didn't look as safe and comfortable with no one else except Supreme Divine Lord King.
Bless this. Yo, you know what's funny? Do you see it? Like, okay, all right. Am I being a parasocial idiot? But when you see the pictures be looking different, right? Right. Yeah. My wife noticed too. She don't be liking that. But nah. We joking around, and then when we take pictures, sometimes we be laughing about stuff that we be talking about, and it's just fun. It's just we're having fun. Oh, yeah. It's Xbox Day. It's Xbox Day. We're here.
At the Deceiver _40K donated £2 through Super Chat. We get chainsaws, ponies get Jello cube of laundry.
Yo, I love my team. I love my team because you guys say the wildest stuff of facts, though. Do you see the difference in gameplay philosophies? You saw in Gears E-Day, there was no hand-holding. There is just gameplay, pure unadulterated graphics, horror, and a script that is, let's get it. Let's get right back to that because the alien is back. But let's get to it.
At Tam15514 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. People would rather see Xbox go away than rather compete and be better.
You know why they want to see Xbox go away? Because they know that Xbox is about to turn it up and burn them down to the ground. That part. And there's an absolute reason why I'm not like head of Xbox podcasting over there, because boy, let's go. Let's go. Let's have this conversation today, because this is Xbox Day. And I know y'all having a good damn day.
At Constructive Game Critiques donated $5 through Super Chat. Xbox showed a lot of their own games. Not money hats. Better show, no diff.
Facts. That part. When I said that they went through their catalog, they showed their games. You know who did that for you? Give a shout out to Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name. Give a shout out to the shooter Matt Booty. Those games were in development. Those games were on their watch. Respect that. Respect that. We ain't gonna sit here and say, oh, those games just popped up for Asha. No. Games don't do it like that, baby. We're gonna respect that. But you see the difference between gaming philosophies, where you saw the goddess of war, Laufey, a god of war. Crazy. When you saw that, you saw a cube. Let's go. My man George Parcells.
At George Purcell 5,331 donated £4.99 through Super Chat. Ps don't have the community like we do. You will never see PS FanFest. They not like us. Hashtag no PS6.
Facts. Do you understand when it comes to PlayStation? And I was telling it to an Xbox guy, this is the reason why it's different. I mean, yeah, a lot of that stuff is a tax write-off. A lot of that stuff is a spreadsheet thing when you got FanFest and stuff like that, right? But what you're doing is you're cultivating your community, your fan base, your group, your team, your allegiance, your alliance, your people that's going to get to the front lines and actually speak the gospel for you. Those individuals are necessary, regardless to whatever you do. And the fact that PlayStation feels that they don't need to do any type of fan fest or give back to any fan service is because they feel that they already won everything. I want to give a shout out to Jamal with the $2 super chat. FYI, that was me with the ISU shorts on last night. What? That was? Blessings, man. Oh, Jamal, that's my dope. Hey, Jamal, my guy. Yo, Jamal, see you tonight, bro. B. Lou, member for 23 months, Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. My guy told y'all about the state of decay today. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Facts. State of decay. That looked incredible. But going to what Gears was, and they broke down Gears, it didn't cater to anything. You see, the God of War philosophy and formula that Corey Barlog is utilizing isn't really great. Oh, let's go. Let's go. You already hit that goal. You already bust through that goal. Pause. Bust through that goal. We done did that. So I got to go live today.
At Rich Teresma donated $10 through Super Chat. Great show today, King. The stables are in shambles. MBG is coping so hard. I really hope, to be fair, we do show up and support these exclusives.
Listen. Back at it. Back at it. Let's get him. Let's get him. Let's do it.
At Beanut Hood donated $10 through Super Chat. Yo, the weekend looked hyped. Living vicariously through the community. Much love to a positive future to come. Much clown love from the Tri-State Strong showing from Team Green. Hashtag Xbox for life.
Lessons. Yo, well, what I want to say is a lot of these guys are going to be coping because their favorite platform doesn't do anything for them. You know, it's just like, take the game, sit down, shut up, and go play. Give us money and leave me alone. That type of thing. You know, and I don't believe that's how you're supposed to foster a community. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. Teddy P.
At Teddy_P donated $2 through Super Chat. Ponies out here crying king, stop being parasocial.
Nah, I ain't gonna never stop being parasocial. They ain't see nothing yet. The pictures that I got, I'm gonna set their little ears on fire. I'm gonna set their little burning, envious hearts on flames. I got pictures, I got situations, I got conversations. Bruh, I'm going to make them absolutely mad. They're gonna block me. You're going to block me. And to see the difference is, you won't understand what it is to be who we are when we're out until you are there. And understanding that we give back to the community at such a large pace. We respect the devs. We're on every commitment, every interview on time, professional, recording, documenting, uploading, tagging, putting everybody into the best light possible. Any content creator that is out here collabing, giving suggestions, let's work, taking suggestions, taking collabos, building a better community going forward. I think each one teach one. We grow up in that whole mentality, that whole idea. That is what we're from, and we're going to cultivate that and make that be as great as it possibly can be. So again, at every idea of what it is you got to understand the 50 laws of power. Your reputation is your currency. Who you are is what you are. And understand perception is key to everything. You control the narrative of your life, and if you're not controlling it and making it be as pristine as possible, you're doing yourself a terrible service. So what you do the best that you can, always the best that you can. And that's all we ever set out to do. We're not trying to be the biggest, the greatest. We're trying to be the best us every day. And listen, when I told you I'm going to go live every day, I'm here. When I told you, and I messed up on Friday, we're back at it though. When I told you I'm going to go get information, I'm going to talk to these people and bring that stuff back, I broke that news to you about Gears E-Day the day before it happened. Before you got it from Jeff Grubb, before you got it from anybody, I brought it, went live, told you, check it out, go look at it, verified, that's me. But when I say I hope and I pray for some stuff, yeah, my mind is Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, because I think that does a lot. But having hardware, remember they said they wasn't going to show no hardware? Well, they did. They show brand new hardware. What it is a Series X, but it's a 25th anniversary Series X, and everybody at FanFest got that. And then you guys will get a chance to purchase that later, and it just is a wonderful thing. But what we did get today is we got games, and we got the games that we wanted to see by the company that we love, by the brand that we endorse, the brand that we support. And we supported, and they supported us, and they showed out. They showed out with FanFest. They showed out with allowing you to watch the show on Amazon Prime. If you're an Amazon Prime member, they teamed up with them. You know they're going to do a team up with Netflix. They're doing so many different things. You got it on Discord. The ability to make Xbox everywhere and anywhere is exactly what we need. With Asha coming out saying that she wants Xbox to be the #1 gaming platform by the year 2030, that allows you to know that she has a 4-year plan in which she's going to execute, deliver on the promise that she's made, stabilizing Generation 9, launching the next console, making sure that Game Pass is the best service in the business. And Xbox games are everywhere Xbox is, not just on PlayStation. Now, I was upset with a couple of things today, but I knew that going in. I knew logos would be there. I understood that. And the conversation was made. And what she said, my bad. Pretty sure going forward, you're not going to see anything like that. Well, so we got Gamescom coming up, and Iron Lords podcast will be out at Gamescom. Xbox Frontline News will be out at Gamescom. You saw the merch. You saw Try to Play the Game Pass. You saw XNL, XNWO. You saw that. That's Xbox New World Order. You saw that. You saw the Xbox Frontline Fight Night shirts. All that merch is inside the store. And if you ever pop up to me wearing any of that merch and you tell me, yo, King, I need you to sign my merch, I'll sign your merch. I don't care. Because I appreciate you. I have no problem with that. And if you pop up with an Iron Lord shirt, you're like, yo, King, sign my Iron Lord shirt. I got you. Because again, at the end of the day, we are absolutely nothing without you guys because you guys help everything go forward. I want to give a shout out to Jay Igga, member for 5 months, Soldier S rank. I salute you, Soldier. The Senua port doesn't make sense. What do you mean it doesn't make sense? I don't know. Just write it inside the chat. What do you mean the Senua port doesn't make sense? Yeah, we knew the Project Ares. We knew it was from the old agreements. Just write it in there, Jay. Jay Iggy. 2K. Write it in there. You said the Senua port doesn't make sense. To the PlayStation, you mean? Probably a contract that they couldn't break. Oh, to the PlayStation. All right, cool. Yeah, probably to the PlayStation. Probably a contract that they couldn't break. They broke the one that meant the most. You saw what Gears looked like. You saw the way you're able to dismember the Locust. You saw the graphical fidelity that they had on Marcus and Dom. And they told you the reasons why they didn't go completely realistic because they didn't want to lose what they had. You saw the different type of mantling and covering. So you had the mantling, covering mechanic to the game. You saw the serious nature of it. And I want to know what more do they add to it? Do they do like Hive Busters where dudes have a little specialities, combo supers or whatever? Or do they lean heavily into the horror aspect of Gears of War? Because you saw when one of the Locusts was grabbing the man and pulling him into the hole, and Dom ran over there and obliterated him. It's that level of fidelity that I actually love, that level of horror. Shooting through, if you've ever been in a supermarket and you know that the freezer is a double-end freezer, and on the other side, you can put food in, take food out or whatever. They were shooting through that, and you saw the glass, and it would hit through one, then hit the racks inside, then hit the glass on the other side. And Dom was able to climb over the top and to break cover in order to flank the opposition. Is those tactics that I love. Oh, let's go. Let's get it. Yo, Saab, look at the chat. See how many people's inside the chat for me, please? Because I can't look at it here. Only got one.
At 1SDN15TH2 donated $2 through Super Chat. Playground may be Xbox Best Studio.
Yeah.
Fable is WoW.
Yeah. Playground has mastered graphics in the same manner that you got to look at Gears. Like, look at what both of these studios are doing, and they're both under the same roof. Xbox is starting to hit their stride with these developers. And don't sleep on ESO. That whole ESO, Thieves Guild stuff, that's huge. Blessings. 316 of you in the chat. I appreciate each and every last one of you on this fine Sunday that I'm going live to give you something to talk about it, because I wanted to talk about this show. I sat there in wonderment, really looking at everybody's faces and seeing the joy. Y'all don't understand, like, you don't really understand what it is to be a content creator, and the brand that you like and you endorse is growing to what you believe it is, right? Because I see it. I'm like, oh, they doing it. They're like, what? And I'm watching everybody, and everybody's snacking and talking, and everybody is communal and about what game that they like the most. And inside, they have PlayStations where not PlayStations, but stations of where you're able to play games at, and you were able to sit down and play all type of stuff like Mech Assault with the giant like gun machine and different eras of 360. What you was also able to go play Halo and other games that they had. They had ROGs all over the place and consoles. But it was people on every level doing something with Xbox. You had content creators creating content. Shout out to Jimmy Champagne. Shout out to Xbox Nation and all Xbox Ready. They were there. They were, and he's from Deck Ready, Jimmy Champagne, and he was there doing content. And then you had the people upstairs in the media rooms doing play sessions with games that they got a chance to see back, closed door stuff. But it was all Xbox. And you had Xbox execs talking to every fan, every person, answering questions, taking the time out. The brand is as healthy as it's ever been. The morale in the building is as great as I've ever seen it. It's the care of the IPs that matter the most. Even with what we saw from Halo, understanding that story is a story told before that any story that we've ever seen. The level of detail in the game, Master Chief with the stoic nature, he don't say much. That stuff was damn incredible. They had little Spartans all over with a Master Chief and a Cortana that was walking around. You're going to see pictures later on. It's this level of detail, this level of care and respect for the community, for the brand, for the titles, for all the games that were there, that shows me there are people in that building that get it, that love this, that get it, that knows who you are and what you mean. You're not just, and when they switch it now to just, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it.
At Legendary, Intel donated $4.99 through Super Chat. The fidelity of the games was amazing. E-Day looked crisp. HDR perfect. Looks like focusing on current gen is the move. State of Decay #NOP6.
Facts. Realizing that leaving the previous gen in the dust, you saw what Call of Duty looked like. You saw what DMZ looked like. That extraction aspect of Call of Duty made me say, wow, man, I really like that. And looking at, I believe that this generation finally showed up with the titles that matter. And the majority of these titles that matter is coming from Xbox. Oh, let's get it. The alien is back. The alien is back. I love that little alien. He's so cute.
At Legendary, Intel donated $4.99 through Super Chat. We running it up #NOP6.
Facts. We run it up on these bums. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. We gonna keep the boot on Cons Connect this whole generation. And as we do it, we get a chance to really see, and I told you there's a tale of two companies. One that's on the upswing and one that's going down. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
At Blue the Kake donated $5 through Super Chat. What was the environment like? What surprised you about the show? Heard any good rumors? Feed the screets. We appreciate you, brother.
I got you. As soon as we get beerers, I'm gonna tell you. Oh.
At Brerius507 donated $2 through Super Chat. Dimelo King just got here. How it go? Talk to Asha.
Facts, blessings. Dímelo, mano. ¿Cómo está? Hey, listen. Let me tell you. Blessings. Let's go. Hold on, Beres. I got you. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go.
At Brerius507 donated $2 through Super Chat. Also, I hope so bended that knee like never before.
Facts. Yo. Yo, so the mood in the building is people was absolutely shocked. You know what game really shocked me the most, and I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, Fable kind of shocked me. Really, it really did. It was a different glow up. It was a crazy glow up. State of Decay. State of Decay. You know when the girl jumped through the fire, like when the guy was spitting, like the zombie was spitting like some little like acid on the floor, and they was blowing it up, and she jumped through the fire over it. I said they really trying to do that. And that car whip, and they showed him in the village because I was like, they're gonna probably not gonna show. And they showed the running animation. You know the running animation before was stiff and stupid, right? Now it looked fluid. I said, damn, man, Undead Labs is really going for it. And when you held to that type of standard, all your studios start to raise their level. You saw Flight Simulator. Flight Simulator looked crazy. I think Flight Simulator is probably one of the best looking games ever made. And not because I got a chance to fly a helicopter in New York City in VR messing with them. No, I'm not going to say my biasness there, but it is probably one of the most underrated, best looking games of all time. Because when you could depict the city, the world, in the minutia that you see. I fly over my house just to do it. My ex, well, when I was a kid. But man, the mood in the building was, like I said, everybody, y'all saw the community pictures. Y'all saw the people. We are all out there. That was one of the biggest group pictures that you've been in, right, Saul? Everybody was there. You got to give a shout out to Hargeek Shawnee, Ben Kenobi, Wagaman, Soul Tech. Oh man, I don't even know why I went down this path because I'm gonna start missing names. You know, Boomstick XL, C Money. I wish C Money was outside more, hanging out with more people. Because look, I rock with you. So it is what it is. I don't listen, I rock with everybody. You ain't do nothing to me. It is what it is. Life is what it is, right? That's what it is. I can only treat somebody away when they treat me away. And he's done nothing but been kind and respectful to me. So shout out to C Money and On Point Podcast, you know, and shout out to everybody else that treats me respect and I treat them with respect. You know, if anybody got a problem with that, then yeah, you got a problem with it and you're going to have to deal with that. But as a man, you got to give that respect. But the community is so grateful for the hard work that the people in the background are doing and have been doing. You got think about it this way. It was very easy to just put all the games on PlayStation and to not dig into exclusives. And I want you to remember this. Remember, I'm telling you this. Remember, I told you every rumor I hear during this Asha era, I believe. They said exclusives in some form or fashion is back on the table. They're entertaining that. Okay, so you're going to say, what's my energy when I saw her, right? Okay, so little known fact. The night before, when I saw Tina Meany, I saw her from behind. I thought that was Asha. And I got over there. I was like, oh, snaps, Tina Meany. And it's crazy. That interaction is crazy. I gotta say that at a Lord's After Dark. I can't say that here. So when I got a chance to talk to Asha, it was brief. I read people energy I read people's mannerisms. She's going to go get it done. You never underestimate an individual that looks like they have to fight for everything, right? She's not super tall, right? She's shorter. So it's very easy to overlook somebody that's short. You're never going to underestimate her. Not that one. That one is measuring this her tenure so far at Xbox by days. When somebody is measuring something by days, that means they're goal oriented, and in her brain, she has mapped out things. So what y'all did not get a chance to see after the show, they came out and they spoke. And when she spoke, she says she dreamt of this moment at 100 days. That means when you started, you already planned out where you would be at this time because the time is going to pass anyway. So you've already achieved that level in your mind, and she already knew what she was going to do on stage. And the reason why I know she knew what she was going to do on stage, because it's her voice that is delivering the first message of E-Day being exclusive. The second message was Matt Booty telling you that Clockwork Revolution was exclusive. But any messaging, any branding, any situation that she's involved in, she's going to be the leader that's going to stand on the front line and deliver the message first. When I pulled up to Asha, I stopped with Matt first. She was on the side. I didn't see her first. So I'm talking to Matt. Me and Matt got a picture first without glasses. I said, oh, wait a second. What am I doing? Let me take the shades and throw the shades on. And Matt goes, oh, that's what we doing? We doing shades? And Matt reached down and got his shades. Oh, 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 let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it done.
At Cleve17 donated $2 through Super Chat. Guess Xbox ain't get them rights.
I'll explain. Okay, so hold on. We got Project Aries. Hold on. I'm gonna get to your point. I'm gonna answer you. Oh, let's go, Project Aries.
At Project Aries donated $5 through Super Chat. Many great games, but that new Plague Tale, 1666 Amsterdam, Clockwork Revolution, and Castlevania and Tomb Raider got me thirsty. Pause.
Facts. That Tomb Raider is crazy. That Clockwork and that especially that Castlevania. I was just telling Cog, I looked over at Cog, I was like, yo, I got every Castlevania digitally on my Xbox. I got to get that Castlevania. All right, so to Cleves, I guess Xbox ain't got them rights. I'm glad that you showed up, and I do appreciate you being here. And I did put out on Twitter, I don't know if you saw it. I was like, damn, Grand Theft Auto isn't here. What I saw in the theme of the show was all those games is inside Game Pass. All those games had something to do with Microsoft day one inside Game Pass, or Xbox day one inside Game Pass. Grand Theft ain't going to be inside Game Pass. So until it's said and done, until I see PlayStation has the marketing rights, sorry, bucko. I don't bend, I don't fold, I don't break. Treyway, you got that? Feel that. Pause. But so Matt takes out his shades. Me and Matt taking a picture. I see from the corner of my eye, Asha throws her shades on. That is an individual that's going to be ready. That's an individual that is not going to allow the moment to be bigger than her, and she's always going to be prepared. So we take a picture. And I go to start to ask certain questions, and then Greenie popped out. Me and Greenie is crazy. So like when you see me and Greenie's crazy. So anyway, I explained that to y'all. But the feeling in the building is great. The leadership in the building is fantastic. And I'm talking to other people outside of the core four that you may see: Jason, Ronald, Aaron, Matt, and Matthew Ball. That dude is outside. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but Cog did. Cog talked with him for a minute, and Cog has some good information on that with that. So understand that's the strategist guy. That's the new guy that they hired. So going forward, Cog will have a ton of information on that. I saw him there, but I was doing something else, and I had to take care of what I was doing because at the end of the day, everybody matters. It's just I'm not gonna be like, yo, excuse me, somebody. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, let's go. Blessings. Blessings,
At
Hollywood.
Hollywood Rules 2673 donated $2 through Super Chat. Loved the show. My guy with the Empress.
Blessings. I salute you. Facts. We had a great time. And she knows her name. So all of them know their name. Yo, and I told her Hollywood Rules named you. We had a poll. And in the beginning of the show, you heard them call her the Empress, right? When they introduced her, they called her the Empress. If you don't think the level of influence that we have isn't as large or isn't as loud, you're lying to yourself. When I tell you, they said in the beginning of the show, the Empress of Xbox, Asha Shaman. Bro, yeah. 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 You got to know, don't listen to people that's not in your position, right? And always, I was always told this. You're never going to hear somebody doing better than you talking down on you. Okay? It's always somebody that is doing worse than you or hating on you that is going to talk down on you. So what I will always tell you is to always pay attention to that. So you'll know exactly where them haters lie. So, some people may show up and say, yeah, King, you ain't got that marketing, King. That was a hope and a dream. A lot of you guys hoped and dreamed certain games to show up, and they didn't show up. Okay. But you don't stop hoping. You don't stop dreaming just because it didn't happen right there. That don't mean it didn't happen or won't happen or isn't going to happen. So until otherwise, I still believe Xbox has the marketing rights for Grand Theft Auto 6. And I just don't think this was the proper platform for that. I believe Strauss Zelnick wants the proper platform where his game gets to stand alone because they'll be talking about his game next to E-Game. Oh, I got you, Legendary Intel. I got you. Don't worry. I saw what happened.
At Brerius507 donated $2 through Super Chat. King stop being parasocial. Rolling
Facts,
on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
I will never stop being parasocial. Wait till you see the videos later and the pictures later. First of all, Legendary Intel with the $2 Super Chat. The Empress. Xbox Frontline. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Facts, you know what it is. We're going to run it up on these bums. But me and Solve got to get ready to go over to our play dates. We have, he's playing Xbox ROG Ally right now. We have interviews that we got to do. But today's show was a 9 for me. It was a 9 for me because they showed new hardware. They showed exclusives. They showed their lineup. They didn't rely heavily on third party. They showed you the reason why you came to Xbox, and they showed you that all those games was Xbox Game Pass, day one titles. They showed you what it meant to be an Xbox fan and why you love the brand. And they showed the fans that were there, the individuals that showed up, they showed them so much love, so much reverence with a sweater, a jacket, swag bags, a thermos, and a console. You walked away with a new Xbox Series X. And I believe, oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
At Hollywood Rules 2673 donated $5 through Super Chat. My man, salute to you. Does she get where the fan base is coming from? And I was right there with you with GTA 6. Loved seeing you guys boots on ground.
Blessings. Yes. Yes, she do. She understands. They all do. They all do, because remember, the pulse of the community is together. They're vibing together. When you're at arm's length of individuals and an earshot of conversations, you don't have to be in direct conversation to hear something that's going on your left or your right. And hearing that they want exclusives, having the Xbox voice, the player voice channel, with having a filter in order to decipher what is necessary, what is first, what we can handle now. We're changing the UI. We're making sure that you do have some new hardware this year to have at least 3 to 5 million units of the 25-year anniversary Xbox, and having that machine be the vehicle to get those 60 million that didn't jump over from the previous gen over now. With showing great titles like Fable, like Gears. You got Forza that didn't go over. With having these titles, with having Game Pass, with having the services, Xbox is moving in a way that Unstoppable is going to be their moniker. But I want to thank each and every last one of you for showing up today. I want you to do what I'm about to do. I want you to go where game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass. But before you play the Game Pass, I told you I'm the unmitigated best at this. And if you got anybody that's better than me, then put them up.
What's a man or a king? What's the saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox. Spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling. Moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's the saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted.